Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Divine Feminine Rebirth Show. I'm very excited to be here with all of you. Hello, everybody watching this live or on replay. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my two beautiful soul sisters tonight to celebrate May 1st. And yes, Tim is saying happy Beltane. Hello, ladies. Some other people say May Day. So hi to all of you. First, let me welcome my co-host for tonight. Hi, Elena. How are you?
Hi, Julie. I'm good. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sophie. I'm doing good. The weather is starting to be better, nicer. We can feel a good energy, the birds singing. So, yes, I'm
It's a
doing
little
well.
bit warmer where we're here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing on this May 1st?
I'm really good. Thank you for welcoming me back. I had a chance traveling a little bit, so I'm really, really happy to be back.
Nice. Well, we're really happy to see you. And we're trying to do this rotation so you see different goddesses on this beautiful Divine Feminine Rebirth show. So I hope you do appreciate that. So tonight, we're going to be talking, a lot about the Taurus new moon because I think it's a very important event for many reasons, but primarily because I think it's going to activate the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. So, we're going to be talking a lot about abundance, about receiving abundance, about preparing yourself to be able to receive all the goodness the universe has to offer. We're going to go through the astrology. We're going to pull some cards with the ladies over here. So, it's going to be very exciting. And stay tuned until the end because we're going to do a very special giveaway. We're going to be giving away one reading with the beautiful Sophie here. And we're going to be also giving away one reading with Solreta. Thanks to a generous anonymous donator of the channel. So thank you very much. And also, thanks to this generous donator, we will also be giving away 6 candles from the beautiful Yoga Elena, and also 5 bird charts for people registering to next week's activation right here. So this one is going to be on the day of the new moon in Taurus. So that's going to be on May 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you'd like to register to this one, you can do it right now on maisonjupiter.com. It's only $22 US dollars, and we're going to be opening up all the channels possible to be able to receive all this beautiful abundance coming our way on this very powerful portal of the new moon in Taurus. So very exciting. Very excited to be here. So pay attention to everything we're saying because I don't know if we're going to be asking questions or maybe selecting random comments. I don't know yet. We're going to see how we feel about it, but we're going to be giving away those 2 readings at the end of the show. All right, let's see. A lot of people are excited to be here. Hi, Lakeside Laura. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Hello, Rainbow Sun is here. She's saying, greetings, everyone. Yes, and Jake is saying, happy Beltane to you too. Hey, ladies, excited for the show. Right, so if you are here and you'd like to support us in a very, let's say, easy way, you can give us a like on the channel you're watching this on. So we're simulcasting on our YouTube channel right here, and also on our new Rumble channel right here. So also the likes, of course, give us a lot more, let's say, reach in the algorithm. So we do really appreciate that. And also, if you aren't subscribed already to both channels, you are more than welcome to join us over here. We really like you to be a part of this beautiful community of high frequency, like-minded people. So first of all, let me start by asking you both, what kind of energies are you feeling? How are you feeling those days? Are you feeling the eclipses? Like, are you feeling the Mercury going direct, sort of things starting to move a little bit more quicker? Are you feeling the new moon? What are you feeling? So I'll start with Elena. Let me know.
I feel like right now, I remember I said like 3 weeks ago that I stopped going to the gym because I was very tired. But now I really feel that I'm ready to move, not maybe go directly into strong energy to the gym, but like to have a good routine, walking, being in nature. My throat is better. This is something new. It's been like almost 6 weeks, so that's a lot of week, and I'm very happy about that. Communication as well, so much better, so much easy. People that I feel like whenever we are saying something, it's easier to talk. Maybe that's why the throat chakra was blocked. And yeah, the energy is very good though.
Yeah, so I know we were talking earlier today, and you've been feeling a sort of shift in the energy, a more positive shift. And I
Mhm.
know when we were talking, Sophie and I, about the month of May, uh, I believe it's the most beautiful month of the whole year of 2024. I believe it's so positive. There are multiple portals opening up, changing the energies. Because we've been in a heavier energy with the eclipses, and especially with the first one, which was kind of asking us to release a little bit about, well, a lot about the past and our past lives and our past lives pattern. So I feel like the work that we needed to do, and plus Pluto changing signs, so transforming a whole area of our life. Now I feel like we're starting to step into what the future looks like, what is aligned with our frequency, stepping into the goodness the universe wants to offer. So I feel like it's going to be a month of receiving gifts in many ways, receiving beautiful energy, receiving abundance, love.
Mhm.
So I'm really feeling that. And I know, Elena, you were saying today like you felt a shift. Can you explain that a little bit?
So basically, right now, what I feel like I'm kind of like in control of myself. I feel like instead of like right now that I feel like I'm having more energy, I just need to be careful and go slow. So if I go slow, I can, like, we have been talking a lot about balancing everything in our lives. So really take the time, even if it's like, okay, yes, I have more energy. So I'm just taking more of my time. Is it the right time to do it? Even also we have been talking a lot about abundance, talking about the money as well. Right now here in Canada, we just finished to doing uh, yesterday was the last day of the taxes. So for me also, it's like, okay, to like this year I'm gonna do things differently and take the time to do it, to write it down. So I've been writing a lot. It's like it's been like 3 weeks that every time that I feel like I need to say something, I write it down. And even like just to write it down, and let's say I'm not able to speak with someone, it's so much. I feel like it's a release as well. So that's why I feel like something new is coming, and we are already feeling the energy of like the new us that we have been doing since March 25th.
Wow. Yeah, that seems like it's making a lot of sense what you're saying. And thank you so much, Alexa Laura. She's saying divine souls, really appreciate your support as usual. And Maria is saying, Elena, you look brighter, more uplifted, less drained. So well, that's everything that we want right here, right?
Mhm.
So I think it's exactly what you were saying, like stepping into the new version of ourselves, more uplifting, brighter. So thank you, Maria, for that. And Jake is saying the energies have shifted for sure in a good way. Yes, I do feel it too. And Ben is saying may bring greenery back. Love it. And Wings and Song is saying the energy feels lighter and more positive today. Of course, yes. Amanda, Elena, so excited about throat chakra. Ease is divine. So I feel like it's the Mercury retrograde stuff that Mercury a couple of days ago moved direct, conjuncting the North Node. So it's kind of propelling us into a future version of ourselves in the sign of Aries. So it does make a lot of sense. And like Laura's saying, we all deserve an easy month. Yay! So cheers to that, everybody. Very happy to. I think we're kind of out of the storm. I would like to think, anyways, that
I
we're kind of. Go ahead, Elena.
I feel like even if like there's a small storm, we're able to handle it and been able to like because the energy has switched as well. We can see even better like the positive energy that it's helping us a lot. Maybe if you guys are still in a tornado, that's okay because we are strong together and we're able to like continue.
Yeah, that's such a good advice for everybody. And thank you, Shauna. She's saying, I just signed up for the abundance activation. Yay! Very happy to be sharing this moment with you. So, of course, Shauna's talking about this one. So it's going to be the receiving abundance activation on May 7th. Yay! Very excited
Can
to.
I add something on this, girls?
Yes.
I was listening to what you just said, Elena, and I think that it is so much brighter than the last energy we had with the purge. I cannot wait to be on the other side in the consultation. I have to say right now, it's still a lot of people are on the old energy and they are still purging. They're still letting go of some stuff. So it seems to be divided between two groups. It seems to be divided with the new energy and the old energy of purging. Not everybody had made the May energy, beautiful energy yet. And I'm sorry about I had to remove the video. My cat Edmund is making a lot of chaos here. So if you hear banging, I'm so sorry. I have still a kitten. So that's the deal.
No problem. And yes, it does make a lot of sense. And I feel like you're saying that some people haven't made the jump already, let's say to the higher timeline, the higher frequency, or the new they. But also, I feel like it's happening in parallel timelines for everybody. I feel like for each of us, there's like a timeline where our old life is dying, and on the other tangent there's also the new stuff that is happening. And I watched an astrology video from Pam Gregory, a really good astrologer from UK, and she was saying how for her, like the analogy she was giving is that there's an old house, your old house, that is being destroyed, and on, let's say, on another piece of land there's a new house being built. But she's saying it, sometimes you're visiting the old house being destroyed, but you don't have to stay there, you don't have to stay in this energies, you're just visiting to acknowledge like what kind of transformation process is going on. But at the same time, you're kind of being asked to be more on the construction side of the new house. So I felt like it was a beautiful analogy. And I feel like this is also happening for a lot of us. Like both are happening at the same time. And it's up to us to decide, where do we want to focus? Where do we want to send our energy, our attention? Because obviously both are happening at the same time.
Right. And you cannot be like everywhere at the same time, being able to prioritize as well, because we have that sometimes we have too much energy that we want to do everything, but we need to be able to prioritize. And it's okay if you're not able to do everything at the same time. You just put it in pending, and when it's going to be the good timing, maybe the universe will help you as well. You know that sometimes that's what's happening, but that's what's important to do is to prioritize.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. And I want to thank Corinne, London. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate you. And Laura saying, love Pam Gregory. Yes. Jake is saying, love Pam in that analogy. Yes, most definitely. And Amanda is saying, Edmund can make all the noise. Love him, Sophie. It's okay. Just more life adding to the show, more spontaneity. Oh, nice. Britt Meredith saying, it has been a beautiful day here in Norway, many flowers in my garden. So that's very Taurian in nature. I love that. It talks about the abundance of the sign of Taurus. And we're going to be diving into all of those very bountiful energies of Taurus in this show. So stay tuned. You're going to be able to soak it all in and really be on the highest frequency of this new moon.
Also the food as well. Like was it like last week or the other week before, I was eating a lot of chocolate. So that was also like not very good, but right now I feel like, okay, if I want to eat something, it's going to be something healthy, and because I need to nurture myself as well. So I feel that's important with this Taurus energy.
It's interesting, yes, because good point here. Taurus also rules food and diet. And because also Venus is the ruler of Taurus and it's going to be conjunct to the new moon, it's possible that we're going to be feeling like eating sweets, which is Venus, indulging in desserts. I know I have also been craving a lot of chocolate lately, and I'm trying to stop because I'm trying to replace that with the higher frequency of Venus, which is fruits, which is natural kind of sugars. So have you been craving chocolate as well, Sophie, or is it just like a?
Well, that's funny because I was thinking about that today, and I was thinking, oh, that's the Taurus, because recently I had successfully stopped sugar for a moment, and it's tough. So I was really proud, and I tried. That's the aim every time that I can, and I was successful at that. And suddenly it was like, oh, I want to have chocolate, and yes, I'm more tired and everything. That's okay. That is something that happens. But I was really aware that was just the Taurus energy coming back around.
Yeah, I think it's definitely due to the Taurus season energy. So the sun is at the moment transiting the sign of Taurus for about a month. So I think, and whenever Taurus is really highlighted and Venus, which is the ruler of Taurus, we're more likely to want to indulge on like sweets, on things that will really give us some pleasure of being in a body, in a physical body. So any kind of pleasures of the five senses is Taurus. Also massages, scents. We were talking about incense, copal incense right before the show that Elena and I really love. And Sophie bought me some copal incense back because it's really hard to find. So these are really Taurian themes. So I don't know if you guys in the chat have been feeling like you really want to make sure your house is smelling good, like taking a bath, relaxing, taking things a little bit slower, like Elena, you were saying. So that makes a lot of sense. And thank you, Tim, is saying don't be stubborn like a bull. Analogy to the Taurus season here. Please like, share, subscribe to this lovely vibe on Maison Gipta. Yes. Okay, so I want to share a little bit with you the chart for this new moon in Taurus. And also let me know in the chat if anything resonates regarding this. So let's start. First of all, that's going to be on May 7th, so next Tuesday night. And for Eastern time, it's going to be at 11:22 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be a new moon. So as you can see, the sun and the moon are together at the same degree at 18 degrees. So when they're together, it means it's a new moon. And then as you can see, there are a lot of planets in the sign of Taurus. So the energy of Taurus is going to be super strong. It is already, but it's going to be even more stronger. And it's making a conjunction to Venus, the ruler of Taurus, and also to Uranus and Jupiter. So what's kind of interesting about that is that, I don't know if you remember, guys, but on April 20th, we got the conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter, which was a really important conjunction for this year, for the 2024 year, which is probably the most important astrological event of the year. But since Uranus and Jupiter are outside planets, we need an activation of planets or of like an astrological event with planets that are closer to the Earth and to enable this alignment on the 3D material realm in order for us to really see it in our lives, materially speaking. So this is the event. This is one of the events, and then we're going to have multiple one during the month of May, but I think this is the most potent one of the most potent one, but the first one for sure. So the new moon, because it is going to be conjunct, this conjunction, the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction is going to activate. So if you have been like, oh, nothing happened in my life for the conjunction, like I have been feeling, well, get ready because this new moon is going to trigger this conjunction in whatever house it's falling for you in your birth chart. So the conjunction when it was exact was at 21 degree, and then this new moon is at 18. So you can see that it's pretty close to the exact conjunction. And we're still in the orb also of conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus. So all of that to say that it's going to bring in surprises, Uranus. We're probably going to see, and we're already, I think, seeing the theme of money. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a lot of conversations about money. It seems to be a topic that keeps to want to come up in our discussion. And yes, Elena, you were alluding to tax season that was closing out here in Canada, but also different topics and discussions that are coming up here because it is Taurus season and because this new moon is coming up activating Venus and the conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus. Jupiter is a financial planet. Uranus brings in surprises. So definitely be ready to receive some surprises. And it is a beautiful new moon, by the way. I think it's going to be very positive. The moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus. So it's a sign that the moon really likes to be in. So it generally produces really good effects whenever we have such a beautiful new moon like this one. And there's no bad aspects to it. There's a beautiful sextile to Saturn, which means that anything that is started around the time of this new moon will be long lasting or has the potential to be long lasting. It's good for contracts, written, verbal, because Saturn is there. Let's say wanting to build for the long term, any kind of projects. So I'm going to go with my slide to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, but please let me know, Elena or Sophie, whenever you want to add anything to the discussion.
Well, I feel like being able to be together in the activation next week, it's going to make it even stronger, and getting all the energy together will be very, very strong in a positive way.
Most definitely. So, and also, while we were guided to put up this activation, the receiving abundance activation on May 7th on the portal of this new moon, is because sometimes in the astrology, there is potential for us to receive, let's say, abundance to be created, but not necessarily for us to be ready to receive it. So this is why we have been guided to put up this activation, because we feel like sometimes it's harder for us to open up to being just able to receive and be grateful. And I know a lot of you are really grateful naturally, but we're such givers, especially with spiritual inclined people, that sometimes it's hard to just be able to sit back and just receive all the goodness, because we're so used to being able to struggle to get whatever we want. So we need to be ready to receive the gifts as well. So that being said, let's talk about the slides. So yes, Taurus, yes is money, it's finances, it's resources, but also it's love. It's the sign that celebrates life, wants sensuality, romance, feeling alive, let's say enjoying the pleasures of being in a physical body. So that's Taurus. So Venus, the ruler of the sign, conjuncts the new moon. So wanting to enjoy life even more, living in the present moment, having fulfilling relationships, feeling peace, which is Taurus, love, peace. That's really, really Taurus, being able to enjoy the moment with the people we love. There will be most likely new financial opportunities for a lot of us, potential for new revenue streams, new professional cycles for a lot of us opening up. And if you aren't sure exactly where this new moon falls in your birth chart, 18 degrees of Taurus, you can also watch our video that we did right here, which is the May predictions for 12 zodiac signs. So we're giving all the predictions for the 12 different zodiac signs is in accordance to what house it's going to activate for you. So that being said, I just deleted my slide just a second. I pressed the little X instead of going back to. Okay. All right. So yes, I said new revenue stream, new professional cycle. So for a lot of signs, this could manifest as a new job, a new projects that could be welcoming a new revenue stream, or something new that is really tangible that's starting in your life, which is Taurus, tangible. That's going to give you more material security, Taurus. And also Uranus, which is at a Capricorn degree, conjuncts the new moon. So Uranus is kind of the jack in the box, the unpredictable, the maverick. So for sure, there are going to be surprises, some stuff that we couldn't expect. And also, it's also pushing us to find new innovative ways of making money, of investing, also creating new projects using Uranian themed things, which are internet, communities, social media, new technologies. And also, generally speaking, it's going to ask of us to break away from past ways of doing things. And I'm also going to add to that list breakthroughs. So I think a lot of people are going to have really big breakthroughs during this new moon or around this new moon. So as I said, it's going to activate the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. There will be a lot of new opportunities to feel even more freer. With Jupiter, freedom. Uranus is also freedom to liberate ourselves from past financial constraints as well. Revolutionize an aspect of our lives, becoming more abundant, becoming more self-sustainable financially, more independent as well. And it's a really good new moon to be able to feel more abundant in whatever form. So it's also a good time to really reflect on, what does abundance mean for you? What do you value in life? What would you like to receive? How would you like to receive this abundance? And of course, the universe could surprise you because Uranus is there, but it's also a good time to have a reflection about that. And lastly, Saturn makes a really good aspect to that new moon. So really good for building for the long term, thinking about long-term plans, long-term relationship moves. And as I said, contracts, signing papers, it's a good time to do so around this new moon. So I want to start by asking maybe Sophie, if you can, well, first of all, if you have any comments, and then if you could pull some cards around how could this new moon manifest exactly for this community?
Yes, and I really like this new moon because the Taurus energy, it's a stubborn energy that doesn't like any change normally. And I feel like with this new moon, it's like in Taurus, it's how can I make a change that I feel comfortable with that will sustain for a long time? So I feel it's a very positive change coming, that you wanted this change for a long time and now you're finally ready, or you're finally having the tools to do it. So that's, in that sense, I see that as a very positive new moon.
Nice. Yes. And Ben is saying, sounds like the new world is dipping its toe. Yeah. And I've been hearing a lot of rumors around the month of May in the truther world. So I also want to ask some questions later on for you, Sophie.
So it sounds like my cards totally agree with what I just said. We have in the past position, we have 4 of Pentacles. And in this deck, it is the scarcity mindset. And we have the internal struggle with the 5 of Wands right in the between. So this is more the present situation. And when we tap into this energy of the full moon in Taurus, we have a 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, and we have 10 of Pentacles. I see, well, it says ultimate achievement, but I see this as also something that you can sustain in time, that can build over time, that can grow with abundance. It can be linked with family members as well. So if you're doing a business on yourself and you have it could be business, it could be something with the family, it could be having babies or having grandchildren. It could be just something that is about money, about skills, about many types of abundance. But we have an expansion of some kind coming through, and it brings a wish fulfillment, where in the past we struggled to go there for some reason, and we were a bit scared, or we had limiting belief, or we had some blockage in that area.
Wow, I love the message. I love the message. Elena, how do you feel about that? And have your guides been giving you, let's say, signs, messages about what will be working for this activation next week, but also this Friday, we're going to have a free new moon preparation for the new moon in Taurus?
Well, first of all, you know that we just, well, 2 weeks ago, we had the full moon in Scorpio. And Sophie, by the way, when you were talking, you said full moon. So I feel like there is a message also in regards to we need to liberate everything before receiving anything from this new moon. So if you guys want to go back in the meditation that we did 2 weeks ago, if you want to go back, if you feel like you need to release even more energy, it is the time to do it now, because you want to be ready to receive for Tuesday the energy of the new moon. And we're still going to be working this Friday with the heart chakra and the sacral. So we're going to be activating even more, but to be able to receive, be able to give, that's why these two need to be ready for this beautiful energy for Tuesday.
Nice. So yes, we're going to do the preparation this Friday. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's a free live show available right here on YouTube and Rumble. So new moon in Taurus, we're going to be talking a little bit about the astrology, and then we're going to be preparing our chakras with beautiful Elena and her singing bowls. Yes, Jake Ray is saying great message from the cards. I love it. So I don't know about you guys, but like the discussions and the themes of money seems to be coming a lot since the sun entered the sign of Taurus. So yeah, taxes, of course, but also like how do we share those resources together, planning also for around money. So it seems to be like a really important theme coming up. And also I've heard rumors. It's interesting because I was talking to my Spanish teacher and she lives in Mexico, and she was like, she's following a couple of truthers on internet in Spanish, and she said, oh, apparently May is going to be the month where the old financial systems crumbles. So I honestly didn't think it was necessarily going to be May, because looking at the astrology, I thought like it is such like a beautiful astrology, beautiful energy coming from the sky. But I'd like to ask you, Sophie, with the cards maybe, do you think May is the month where the old financial system crumbles, or if we start seeing it more, let's say, in a more tangible way?
Okay, and it's interesting that you said that, because today the Fed met. So if you have been watching the news, you can see what was the result of this meeting, and maybe you can share how you reacted to this. I know there is a big mixed reaction to this Fed meeting about the money system today. So
interesting. So Lorianne is saying, I heard possibly June. So let's extend it to, well, let's start with May and then we'll look at other months. So do you think May is the month where things start to happen?
I don't think it's May. I don't think it's May. So we have Three of Wands indicating that it's still at a distance. We're not there yet. We have behind the scenes. Of course, we have behind the scene with a High Priestess. Of course, we will have this, because a lot of this thing that are by the are in the system are ruled by behind the scene, and it's still very much guarded. But we have this tiredness. So I know you're watching. You're going to say, Sophie, we're all tired of this situation. We want it done for a long time now. But it indicates that this energy is getting old, and everyone now, not just our community, is getting tired of this, and not just tired emotionally or mentally. They're tired financially to just say, no, the system is okay, we're good.
Yeah.
So not May, but it's getting tired.
Okay. Can we look then, as Lorianne is suggesting, possibly June? Can we look at the month of June? Is the beginning of the crumbling more, let's say, in our face, is happening during the month of June?
I would say yes.
Oh.
I would say yes. I'm looking at those cards and it's nonstop. So of course we always have a timeline. Oh my God, those cards are amazing. It's always a timeline that is possible. Okay, world event can switch often. It's not because the cards are wrong. It's just because we have too many people involved that has free will in it. So there is timelines, and it's highly karmic. Okay, so that being said, when I said yes, it's because the card that I had for the month of June, when it's talking about the financial system, is, so we have the moon, we have the devil, and we have Four of Swords. So the beginning of the purge of what is bad and not working out is starting in June. So this is really good. And I wanted to just go deeper in that message. So we have the Fool. Possibly we're trying to find solutions out of the norm to fix that problem that is corrupt heavily, and that we have something to purge. I'm going to pay attention to my words. We are on this, but you know what I'm saying. So we have the Magician, the Fool, and we have 10 of Wands. Whoever is going to start looking into it more carefully and seriously in the month of June is going to know that there is a heavy task, but it needs to be done. So for me, I would say June.
Wow. Okay. So I wasn't expecting a positive answer, but okay. Interesting, because the cards are kind of pointing to that in June. Thank you so much, Sophie. And I have an additional question for you. Okay. So Elena and I have been, let's say, trying to communicate with our friendly government here in Canada, because we're having a lot of talks about taxes and stuff. And for some really weird reason, okay, I've been trying to get in touch with them multiple times. I think it's been a month. I'm trying to access my, how do you say it, my account online. It's not functioning. I talked with somebody else who said the same thing. Oh, I can't access my online account as well. I tried to call them, doesn't work. Like the line gets hung up. And they said they were going to send me something, a payment code, but I didn't receive it. So I'm like, what is happening? Could it be, Sophie? Could it be? Well, first of all, let's just ask the question generally. What is going on with the government of Canada, but more specifically the department that deals with the taxes? And yeah, let's say that.
Okay, well, we have to say it was Mercury retrograde, to be fair, during that time, probably on top of it, but because
but like I'm talking about the last days where Mercury was direct. So so I have a feeling that something is going on.
Yes. Okay. Something is truly going on. Let me just take one more card on this. The Devil card also, and I switched deck. That's interesting. So the Devil card is there also. So it's also a period of time where they are, I feel like they are waiting for, they're trying to pass something, a big change, and they're waiting to deal with task after this thing is passed. I know it's not clear, but this is pretty much what I have.
Can you repeat exactly what you said, maybe in other words? I was trying to understand and look at the chat at the same time. Sorry.
No problem. So it's okay. What I said is basically that I believe that what is going on is that they're basically not answering anything or working on tasks that they have, because they're waiting on some little law or some project or something that gets changed and get passed. So I think they're waiting on some. I know that's where I said I know it's not super clear, but it's really protected. So it could be just a new system. It could be just some new a change on rate or a change on timing, or it's not staff, it's something else. So we have 6 of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, and then we have those cards of 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So this is where you're not getting communication. It's because they are trying to just wait. And we have those 2 cards indicating that they want to start again after this thing got passed.
Okay, well, thank you so much. That changes a lot of things, and I feel like it's correlating with what you were getting also with June.
Right.
Maybe for like the whole world. So they might be waiting out something important or a law or a change in the financial system that could happen. So, okay. That makes a lot of sense because I tried so many times. I was like, okay, for sure it's not just a Mercury retrograde thing. Like something else is going on.
Yeah.
Good news, right, Elena?
Yeah, good news. And Sophia, I have a question for you in regards to the activation that we're going to have next week. Do you think it's going to have an impact to be ready for June?
Yeah, let's
You
see.
mean on like a personal level for the people watching the activation?
Exactly. In terms of abundance.
Ah.
Okay. So if getting ready with your activation is going to have an impact on people watching that activation for the month of June,
A
correct?
positive impact.
Yeah. Okay. I love it because, in fact, what I have is the Knight. I'm just going to show it and then I will explain. So we have Knight of Cups, we have the Justice. So this is karma and give and take. We have Page of Pentacles, and then we have Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacle. I think we got that same kind of message when we did our monthly of the month of May for most signs. And this activation is going to serve people because those two are the only one reverse. And it's basically saying that if you're, and it sounds like a threat, but stay with me on this. If you're not doing the activation, you run the risk of not receiving your fair share of what you should have received during the month of May, because those are reverse and those ones are receiving the money and receiving the abundance, and it's also stability. So this is the card of a house. It is also stability. It is also your foundation. So those two being reversed, I think that the activation is really there to make sure that you are, like Julie said, ready to receive the most that you would normally receive during the month of May, or maybe also June afterwards and going on in the future. And just making sure that you don't have any type of limiting belief, karma, blockage there that is impacting you to not get your fair share.
Wow.
Wow, I love that.
It makes sense because last time, remember, we did the activation with the 17 balls in Dominican Republic. And after that, we didn't do any big activation. So I feel like the energy, like we said, it's switching and we're ready to receive all positive abundance.
Wow. So it seems like there's a really big switch that is happening in June for the world, but also I would say May is definitely the portal opening up, but June seems to be where it really appears in the world. So I feel like we're all going to feel like the energy is changing, and we really need to make sure that we don't have any blockages to be able to receive everything that will be coming our way, because there's going to be lots of opportunities with Jupiter activating the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction and Venus being part of this new moon. It seems like it's going to be a very important alignment. And Lakeside Laura is saying our group energy helping along.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to ask you questions for the card based on this comment from Lakeside Laura. What, Sophie, is the role of this group in helping the shift, let's say, in the energy regarding abundance? What is our task?
So just to be clear, versus doing it alone, correct?
No, just generally speaking, let's say, what are we here for? Why do we need to reunite all together? And what's our role in helping the world and being more abundant, let's say?
Yeah. So it's the card that I have is Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. So the Two of Pentacles right in the middle is the in between two worlds, in between two realities. And we won't know what will change to what, how fast and to what level. When I thought change coming up, by the way, I had had no tower, no wheel of fortune. So we don't know how big it's going to be or how small it's going to be. But this group is really there to say, we are the one that are the most ready, because the first card in the past is the defense mechanism and pushing it back. So we are there to help in the between and helping to move from one to another reality. And we're there to do it with a lot of compassion, with a lot of loving energy. We're not there to judge. We're not there to be in the fear. We're not there to be in any bad lower vibration. We are there to just embrace what is coming and reassure people when it's time. And it is a collective task that we agree to do as souls. That you agree to do it for others or you agree to do it just for you, it's okay. But sending that energy into the world of being in that frequency of, I'm not scared, I trust the process, and I trust that whatever is coming, it's for the good of all.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense, because we're definitely leaving the scarcity mindset, or we're trying to at least. And that really correlates with what you're saying, Jake, here. On the quantum level, all the healing we do personally will help the collective. We are powerful. So yes, all the healing work that we're all doing, and especially this community, is helping us to break away from the scarcity mindset, break away from thinking that we need to live in fear, tied to our governments, tied to big corporations. So we are breaking that bond with no fear, because we're living in divine trust that we're going to be okay and that we're powerful beings. So thank you, Jake. I really love this comment.
Just adding something to it, because what you just said is exactly what I had as the second and last row. It is also the task of us to prove we can do it alone and we don't depend like children on others. And this is because we're connecting to source. We trust in it can be something different. We don't have to all believe in the same energy, higher power, but we connect with source. We connect with a higher power. We believe in our own strength, and we believe that we can now take the power for ourselves and be our own. I'm watching my words, but you know what I'm trying to say here. And
yeah, most definitely. Thank you, Sophie, for that. And Sisi, I don't know how to pronounce this, but this community takes the high ground. Yes, for sure. I'd like to ask you a personal question, Elena, if you're up for it. She's always up for it. Personally, do you think this topic of let's say financial independence is coming up for you? And how do you think let's say with the healing work that you've done on yourself is allowing you to trust more the process of, like, let's say, following your heart, trusting what you're doing, trusting your mission in order for you to be abundant in life?
Well, first of all, I feel like for me, it is very important to be financial independent. So I have been always depending on people, really like to be with myself and being able to support myself. That's a big, big, big thing for me. So I feel like now with this energy, with this switch, I'm able to do this because I'm aligned. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing the work. So for me, on the personal side, that's big. That's big, and I'm very grateful. And because we have been working a lot together, this community is going on a higher frequency. And I wish and I hope that it's like that for everybody that it's here. I know that it's not easy when we're doing the healing, being able to see where is the path that we need to take to be able to find that abundance. And we need to leave the past, something that doesn't belong to us, or just be grateful for this karmic energy that we had before, but being able to release. It makes such an impact. And right now, I feel like I'm ready to receive all the good from the energies.
Wow. With all the crystals, the beautiful, bountiful energy of Taurus. I love it. And yes, I believe on YouTube, I'm looking for Jake's comment, is saying 11, 111 in the chat on YouTube. So definitely a good validation sign from the universe. Yeah, we have been, not gonna say that word, sea slaves system they had was meant to be one-sided, bam, and it's gone. So yes, but I think it was Elena Danan who said that. She was quoting, I don't know who, but she was saying something like a slave need, oh wow, I'm not gonna quote that right, but basically is saying that the only thing you can do to not be a slave to the system anymore is realize, cut your own chains yourself. So I'm gonna try to find this code, and if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know in the chat, because every time I'm trying to quote something, I always say it wrong. But the gist was that everybody needs to understand the in what kind of rigged game they were before they realize how to cut their own chains.
And I feel like being able to adjust with the 3D and everything that we're going through all the portals, I feel like right now, for myself, I'm able to do both. Because we're not gonna, of course, we're still gonna be in the 3D. We need to adapt. So that's very big as well. I feel like it's a kind of abundance for me.
Yeah, definitely. And please let me know in the comments, what are you grateful for? What form of abundance is coming for you? Let's say today or during this week. What are you grateful for? Like, how and what form is the universe manifesting abundance for you right now? Let me know. I'd like to know what you're grateful for. And yes, Tim is saying no more shackles on our feet and soul. But yes, this asks of us to trust the universe and to remove all the fears. So one last time, if you feel guided to join us, this is going to be a beautiful activation. This is next week, next Tuesday. This one is named Receiving Abundance. So we're going to be opening up all the chakras in order for us to be removing all the blocks, preventing us to receive all form of abundance and all the beautiful surprises the universe has planned for each and every one of us. And it's meant to be a timeless abundance activation, but we're timing it on the really powerful portal of the new moon in Taurus. That's going to be on May 7th, so next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you aren't available live, of course, it's going to be also available on replay right after, and you're going to be able to listen to it more than once, over and over again, as many times as you'd like. So it's only $22. And it's available on maisonjupiter.com. And very soon we're going to do the giveaway. So stay tuned.
And I want to say, in regards to the activation that we will be doing next week, bring all your crystals that you have at home, all the crystals if you have in your car, bring them with you, close to you. So after this activation, they can go back to where they're supposed to be located at your house. But for you to be able to see them during the month will be even more powerful, because you're going to remember every time the intention that you did and been able to see that abundance with you, around you.
I love it. Beautiful advice over here. And some people starting to put some comments in the chat. The Lakeside Laura is saying, grateful for this moment right now. Wow, that's beautiful. That's very powerful, because sometimes we forget we're in the here and now. Tim is saying, grateful for my fur baby. I love it. Paula is saying, grateful for all that I have in my life. I love it. And Rainbow Sun is saying, no way I can bring all my crystals in one room. So just bring your favorites, or the one that you feel are most attuned to this new moon in Taurus. I love it. Okay, so right before we do the giveaway, I just want to remind everybody what we're going to be having as of shows for this week. So if you'd like to know, first of all, more details about what's going to be activated in your own sign, please watch this video. We did the astrology and the tarot for all 12 zodiac signs for the new moon in Taurus, for the full moon in Sagittarius later on, and also for Jupiter activating Gemini. And that's going to be tomorrow at noon. We're going to have this pick a card, and it's named Are You on the Right Path? So looking forward to this one, Sophie, with the beautiful Sophie, of course. And Friday, we're going to have this new moon in Taurus activation to prepare us for the actual new moon that's going to be next week on Tuesday. And Sophie, please let us know about, and of course, before I say that, I don't want to forget Solreta. Solreta is going to have her beautiful galactic show on Friday night, as usual. And this one, guys, you're going to be so excited. It's going to be about Tartarian Empire and Star Force. So I know a lot of people have been asking us for this theme. So please tune in at Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Is going to be a wonderful show. And usually Solreta brings a lot of research into her shows. So it's going to be a must watch for sure. So Sophie, let us know what new show are we going to be gifted with on Monday?
I was really missing to do deep dive on topics. I love history. This is really what I love. And past life history, anything in the past, anything in the present that is mystery also. So Solreta and I really wanted to do a show together because we really like when we combine our knowledge and our different ways to read the cards. So we decided on doing this Mystery Monday. It is going to be just basically a deep dive, and we're going to both do tarot and deep diving into a topic. This one, I really wanted to do this topic for a long time. So if you don't see it clearly on the screen, it is Natalie Wood, and we're going to deep dive on the mystery of her passing, what happened actually, and everything behind the scene that we need to know about the soul, in fact, everything. It's a topic that a lot of you requested when I was doing deep dive, and it was always on my list. So I cannot wait to do this show with Solreta.
Wow, we're very much looking forward to that. So that's going to be next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And since you guys proposed this theme, Natalie Wood, I researched a little bit of who she was, like everything surrounding her alleged murder, or how do you say that, missing. And it's a really fascinating topic. So I can't wait to see where you guys are going to be reading on for Monday. So, and yes, a lot of people are also really excited. Ben is really excited for the show about Tartaria Friday with Soul. So really looking forward to that. Okay, so now I think it's time. And of course, we're going to be giving away one reading with our beautiful Solreta here. So you'll have the choice between the Starseed reading, which is going to give you some information about your Starseed origins, your mission, and it also comes with an aura drawing. So this one is a really cool way to start, let's say, researching more about your ET lineage and your off-world sort of influences and how special and unique you truly are. And also you'll have the choice between this one and the mystical oracle reading. If you have more, let's say, defined questions or areas of your life you'd like Soul to dive into with her beautiful psychic gifts, really amazing. And of course, if you are not the winner, but if you'd like to book with Soul, you can use Jupiter as a coupon code to get 10% off your next reading on maisonjupiter.com. So let me look at some comments that all right. Okay. So I think I got our winner. All right. So I want to say, first of all, a big thank you to Corinne London. And Corinne, please send us an email. You'll have the address on our website. You are our winner for a beautiful reading with Soul. So you just tell me what kind of reading you would prefer, and I'll give you the process and how to choose your date and time. So congrats to Corinne London for a reading with Soul. And then we also have a reading giveaway with the beautiful Sophie right here. So Sophie, can you explain the difference between both appointments with you?
Sure. So the 1 hour reading with the tarot is anything with or without your questions. So I will be able to read for you what is in your energy field, what is coming. We also can talk about sometime the past if you need closure on understanding what really happened. So this is the 1 hour tarot. I also do the 1 hour past life reading. When I do this, I really go into your past life and I put myself under hypnosis, so you're not under hypnosis. I know some of you are scared with hypnosis. Totally fine. I do it. I go in your past life and I look what we have to deal with in there to release. And normally I can do it same with the card. I can do with or without any intention or focus. So if you have something you want to know, for example, people that you know currently, you want to know what are your past life with them, we can focus on that when I go in. Or if you want to know fears, phobias, we want to know any type of gift blockages, we can go with this intent or just see one life that is still affecting you today, and we can release this.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And of course, if you'd like to book with Sophie, you can have 10% off your next reading using the code Jupiter. And this code, by the way, is also available on all the candles to get 10% off, all the 7 chakra candles with the crystal inside the candles. So you can also use Jupiter to get 10% off the candles as well, and also on the birth chart. So this code is working all across the platform. Jupiter, easy one to remember. Okay, drum roll. Our winner for a reading with Sophie is going to be Amanda. So thank you so much, Amanda, for your support. You're such a sweet soul. So we really want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all your beautiful comments. She's saying, so grateful for you 3. You are spreading the peace and abundance. So we're giving it back. And also I want to thank again our generous anonymous donator for giving away our beautiful readings today. And Amanda, I do believe you have the email, but if you forgot, just look on the website, send us an email, and I will give you the process on how to book your appointment with Sophie. And of course, you'll have the choice between the tarot reading and the past lives reading. So I hope everybody is happy. And yes, everybody's saying congrats, Amanda. Yay, everybody. And I think it's such like a beautiful way to end the show, because we've been talking about receiving gifts and abundance, and we are giving gifts at the end of this show. So, and we'll be giving the remainder of the generous donation that we received from one of our viewers during this the receiving abundance activation, because we thought it would be such a good way to start the activation of receiving abundance. So we'll be giving away during this activation 6 candles and also 5 personalized birth charts. So stay tuned. And also, if you feel guided to join us, please do so. It's going to be next Tuesday, and we are looking forward to see you here. And I'd like to end the show by asking you both for some words of guidance. You can also pull some cards if you feel guided to. And I'll start with Elena, maybe for this week. And what are you feeling to share with the audience?
I feel like I've been looking like all the comments. It's so beautiful. Everybody, it's congratulate. Okay. It's happy. Everybody's happy for the person that won the reading and everything. So I feel like we need to be grateful all week, and that energy, being able to be happy for somebody else that is winning something, it's a beautiful energy. Be happy for others, and it's going to come back to you as well.
I love it. And I feel like everybody's so happy for all the winners. Nobody's saying like, boo, I didn't win. So I feel like it's a really good way to share the beautiful energy. And I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't do it on purpose, but on this poster, I wanted to separate the world, and at the bottom it highlight the word dance. And I feel like abundance is truly a dance, because it's making like circulate all the goodness and all the abundance. So I feel like it's a really good way to end this show. Thank you, Elena, for this beautiful comment. And I'd like you, Sophie, to share with us some words of guidance to end this beautiful show and for the rest of the week, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Well, This week, I'm really grateful for something that Julie taught me to do. I think last weekend. Yeah, sometimes.
Wow.
You went into with Elena. You went for a walk in nature in a beautiful spot, and you asked for a guidance, and you asked for a message from anything from nature, right?
Yeah.
And you got it in a form of a bug, but still, you got it.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
the kids.
Oh, that was like, that's such a beautiful way. Yeah, I'm just gonna explain to everybody that's like, what is she saying? So Elena and I went with the kids, with the twins, in the woods, in nature. We went for a walk, and it was really cool. And well, their Aries rising, so they got a lot of energy. So I think like taking a walk is a really good activity for them. And we were telling them how to look for signs of the universe, and we said during the walk, or at some point, we're going to meet one animal, or one. I think we said like one animal, and this animal will be the messenger from the universe about something that the universe wants to communicate with us. So they were super excited about getting this message. And I think it's what, like, one of the times where like there wasn't barely any birds singing, and usually there's like a bunch of birds everywhere. And we're like, okay, is this animal going to show up or what? And towards the end of the walk, Elena's like, we got it. There's a bug. There was a green bug on the back of my shirt. And the kids were like, wow. So they were asking for what did that mean? And we said, like, it's a message of abundance. Green is the abundance. It's also the heart chakra. And we said, because it's an insect, it means like it's going to come really fast. So there's going to be a surprise coming into our lives. And they were like, wow, super excited.
They were like, it's my birthday soon.
That was so cute. And I'm like, well, wait till they say that to their father. The father is going to be like, what, did those witches tell the kids? It's going to be so interesting. But anyways, like, and then they were asking about, well, is it going to be the bug that's going to send us like the gift? And I said, no, the bug is just a messenger, but the universe is going to provide in any mean they think it's going to be available. So I thought it was like a really cool way to introduce to the kids of messages, looking out for animals, for signs of the universe. So, and thank you, Sophie, for reminding us of this beautiful experience. So I guess it's a message that we should all look up for signs if we encounter, let's say, messages, songs, animals, any kind of messages. I feel like it's going to be a week full of synchronicity by the universe. So thank you so much, ladies. I think it was an amazing show. Thank you, Tim. What great teachers, Julian. And Tim is saying also, abundance clinging to you. Yes, I do hope so. So awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with us. And we're going to be seeing you tomorrow for the pick a card, and also on Friday for the new moon activation. So have a beautiful rest of your week, and see you very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.